Coming in at $45 is Dragonyhm. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce this game. So $45 directly from the ModRetro site. I'll put a link in the description. It won't be monetized or anything. And of course, it's not technically exclusive to the ModRetro Chromatic because you can play it on a Game Boy Color or a Game Boy, which of course is one of the big values, one of the big cool things about the Chromatic is that you can play your back catalog of Game Boy and Game Boy Color games directly on it. But in a way, it's probably a game that wouldn't have happened without the release of the Chromatic. I mean, I don't know exactly if that's true, if it was in any way funded by ModRetro, but we have the Chromatic and now we have this game. So you draw whatever conclusions you think make the most sense. I've been playing a little bit of the game. I'll show you where I'm at. Let's get it fired up here. But I also wanted to point out that inside the box, you get the game case, the booklet, one of these cool charms that you can put on your ModRetro, and then here's the cart. It's a cool, yellowish color with these little dots. Give it a little bit of an accent, which I think is super cool. All right, slide it in, and here we go. I'll let that fire up, and I should probably turn the brightness up. I was playing in bed last night. All the music is really cool. This is one of the games I was most excited about because I do like turn-based strategy games, but I like them when they're more action-oriented, which is what this is. So it has a pretty straightforward, not very complex fighting system that is turn-based. I'm just going to pull the volume down. Sorry about that. I got a little excited. So I'm at a point in the game right now where I've met some witches that are sort of like your key narrators of the story, and they gave me some things to do. I did that. They gave me some more things to do, and now the game has started to open up. More of the world has opened up, and I have an opportunity to improve my level, do some grinding if I want to, and I'm fighting some pretty tough dudes. So your character, which you cannot rename, you play as Chris. He starts, I believe, at level 9, and then you just level up as you go. So, there's mana, strength, defense, and agility, MP for your magic points, and SP for your skill points, and I'll show you that in a moment. You go into your inventory, and you can collect different items, some that give you additional attack strength, they just refill your SP or it'll refill your HP. You have different techniques. Right now, I only have one skill, right? So I can do this spear attack, and I can do a spear barrage right now. It's cost 1 SP. So this normally does about 19 to 22 damage on the bad guys I'm facing at this moment. And then I got this new one just now called Soul Shot. It's not doing quite as much damage, but it has a different purpose. All right, so, one more thing. There is a map system that should look really familiar to you. It kind of has like a Super Mario World vibe to it. And I know there's a bunch of other games too, but the blues, greens, and browns just make me think of Super Mario. So this is the world, and as you mouse across, I should say cursor across, you'll get some information like, you're in this area generally, right? The Conrad Forest, Dorgan Town, right? So you get an idea of where you are, and then, you walk into the bad guys, they attack, and very cool music. It pulls you into the fight. So this is how the fights work. You have your bad guy against you. You get to see his HP and his level. He's only one level ahead of me, so it's probably not a big deal. And at various points in the game, you're going to find places where you can save, and you can also recover. When you recover, the bad guys respawn, or at least so far that's been the case. So, these guys, they do a lot of damage to me. I don't have a ton of HP. My defense isn't very high. Early game. So I've been using my highest damage techniques so far so that I can get out of the fight as soon as possible. All right, he's going to do a sword slash on me. Bang. Just his basic attack does 17 damage. I mean, that's a lot. All right, so I'm going to hit him with another spear barrage. Okay, we're getting there. Now he's fortifying his defenses. So that gives me a chance where I could use my items, recover some HP, maybe increase my offense if I wanted to. But instead, I'm going to use the Soul Shot. All right, did some damage to him. He fortified again. I'm just gonna do a basic attack. This doesn't usually do 11 unless I crit. Okay, fortunately I got a crit. Oh, still not enough. All right, now I'll take him out. Every time you beat a bad guy, get good news. You get a little bit of currency, and then you also get some experience. Perfect, I leveled up, more agility and HP. Each level up, I've been getting different additional attribute points, so I think there is some kind of path, like an experience path. Maybe it's even been publicized now, you can look it up online, but you can't choose what you want to strengthen. Because at this point, I definitely would have been improving my strength. But at least I got more HP, that's a good thing. So in this cave, I think it's a cave, I found that if you go up here, you'll find some more bad guys. You can avoid them a little bit. You gotta watch out for their attacks. You know, that one pulled me in and then struck me. So anyway, yeah, I was very excited about this game, and I'm glad that I have an opportunity to play it. It's a lot of fun. It's really simple, and it's the kind of game that I think you can enjoy, especially if you're, you know, you're on an airplane, which is where I spend a lot of my gaming time. Well, let me put it this way. It's what I spend a lot of my time doing when I'm on an airplane, is playing video games. So yeah, if you want to hit up one of these kind of games on an airplane, I think it's a good time killer. And obviously it's also a lot of fun. I like having to make these kind of decisions, but without the grand complexity of like multiple people in your party and multiple bad guys. That could happen at some point. I'm really early in this game. I have a feeling it'll always just be me, just Chris, against the world, but there might be multiple bad guys at some point. It could get a little more dynamic. But anyhow, really fun game so far. Like I said, 45 bucks on the ModRetro site. You can put it in your Game Boy or Game Boy Color, but if you want the best vertical, handheld, original-like experience, the Chromatic is the way to go. This has been so much fun, and I'm telling you, every time I pick it up, I just enjoy it more and more because like the weight, the feel, the materials, the buttons are holding up super well. Everything feels good. It just feels like the best Game Boy out there. So anyway, all right, cool. Thanks for checking this out. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.